Bushcraft family, back again with a somewhat of a different type of video for Shed Wars. One of the things is I'm going to start off with a good tip. Everybody knows eggshells are very good for gardens and whatnot, but there's something that you should know before you do this. You should always bake these shells to kill off any bacteria or salmonella or anything else that you and there goes the cats every time I start recording in here. Okay, anytime that you want to kill off all this stuff, so the best way to do this is you can either set them outside and let them do their thing and die off and whatnot. But the best way I found to do this is put them on a cookie sheet, like so. I save all my shells and do this. And you bake them, put them in the oven for about 350 degrees, and bake them for about 20 minutes. Plus it makes them extra brittle, so that it's a lot easier to chomp down and whatnot, because it kills off all the egg residue and everything that's left in there. Cats, do you mind? I'm trying to record here. Like I said, bake them for about 20 minutes. That kills off anything that could be left in the egg or on the shell or whatever. Then you can squish them down, grind them down, whatever you want, put them in the garden, and you don't have to worry about any bacteria or germs or anything that might get to your plants. And then, one more thing, guys, before I take you outside. We have a special guest at the end of this video that Robert from Homestead Aquarius might want to see. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, let's go outside. Okay, guys, I've got all these flowers around my garden here. All these plants, and the plant that gets the most bees is my horehound plant. I come out here and there's always tons of bees on this plant alone, which is good. My poor little peppers over here, my cayenne peppers. I'm getting tons of peppers, but the plants are very small. And if you look here, I also have these little tracks in my garden. And you might ask, what did they go after? Well, let me show you. They went after my cucumber plants. Just the leaves. They left the cucumbers. Just the leaves. So, I'm in the city, yet I have deer visiting my cucumber plants. So, to get rid of this, I went and got some very hot peppers and mushed them up and put them in a spray bottle, and I sprayed my leaves just for my cucumbers, nothing else, which was odd. And now I have no deers chomping at my leaves anymore, which is good. But my poor cucumbers, hopefully I still can get some more cucumbers out of this. Question for you gardeners out there. What type of pepper is this? it started growing upward like this, and then it got so big that it's starting to flop over. I have no idea what this plant is. I got the seeds and planted it, and still don't know what pepper this is. These ones over here are red macaroon ones, and I'm assuming they should start turning red here shortly. But the peppers are huge, as you can see. So if you know what pepper this is, that would be very nice. I've got a little friend in here in my garden. I've noticed I've got a few of these guys just hanging out in my garden, which is very good because they keep the pesky bugs away. Here we are at my yellow squash plant that grew really big, but for some reason my yellow squash comes out with pimples on it. Bumps all over. I've fried up a couple of them. They're fine. It's just the outside is very weird looking, and it's kind of, they grow with a kind of crook neck, I guess it was. And they're not supposed to be crook neck squash. It's just regular yellow squash. Some of them are actually starting to sprout out without having the spots on them, so I guess we will see. So if you guys know the reason why these guys have pimples on them, please let me know. And here is my cherry tomatoes. They grow and grow and grow, but I have a problem with these. You see these things right here? Focus now, camera. I have a problem with these. I never seem to get them into the house. They never seem to make it. But they are growing very good. I don't do anything with these guys. Cherry tomatoes are just grow crazy. And these are super sweet. They're larger ones. And they're very, very good. I was trying to find them, but I don't see them now. But I have a family of ladybugs living in my cherry tomatoes, which is good. To spray them with anything. But yeah, does anybody else have that problem with their cherry tomatoes? Trying to get them into your house safely.
Hello guys, I have a little story to tell you. I come from a little town. Yeah, well, it's a state. I don't really want to say where it was at, but the state is in Alabama. Yes. Where I was born there, and it was nice and all, but for some reason, the man, Mr. Homestead Aquarius, yes, he didn't do any weeding or anything like this, and it got so grown that I could not get around. And then one day, he decided to make me a little table place where I could sit. I thought that was wonderful. But, you know, what happened? One day I jumped on that table and burnt my little footsies. Yeah, it was not very nice. I think he did that on purpose. So I moved away. He didn't even notice I was gone. No, so I moved to the state of Ohio, where my good friend, Bushcraft family, is taking good care of me. I live in his garden, and he actually pulls weeds. Yeah. So I have many, many bugs that I can eat. And I can get around without hurting myself or burning my little footsies. So I just want to give this little message to you gardeners out there. Make sure you pull your weeds. That way your little friends can get around. Bye-bye.